For centuries, Rome was an unstoppable force, conquering vast lands and building one of the greatest empires in history. But even the mightiest empire faced devastating defeats that changed its course forever. In one of Rome's earliest disasters, the city was sacked by the Gauls after a crushing defeat at the river Allia. Roman forces were unprepared, and their retreat led to the burning of Rome, a humiliation that shaped their military reforms. Hannibal's Carthaginian army encircled and annihilated a Roman force twice its size, killing over 50,000 soldiers in one day. The defeat left Rome vulnerable and forced them to rethink their entire military strategy. Rome suffered another catastrophic loss when Germanic tribes ambushed and slaughtered nearly 80,000 Roman soldiers. The disaster forced Rome to restructure its army, leading to the rise of General Marius and his military reforms. Marcus Crassus, one of Rome's richest men, led an ill-fated invasion of Parthia, where his legions were crushed by superior cavalry tactics. Crassus himself was killed, and Rome's eastern ambitions suffered a major setback. 3 Roman legions were led into an ambush by the Germanic leader Arminius, resulting in a massacre that wiped out nearly 20,000 troops. The defeat ended Roman expansion into Germania, marking a permanent boundary in the empire's ambitions. What began as a minor rebellion turned into a costly war, with Rome struggling to suppress Jewish resistance. Though the Romans ultimately destroyed the city, the prolonged conflict drained resources and exposed cracks in Roman dominance. Emperor Valerian was captured alive by the Persian king Shapur III, a humiliating event unparalleled in Roman history. Rome's inability to rescue him showcased its declining power and emboldened its enemies. Barbarian invasions reached the heart of Greece, where the Heruli sacked Athens, once the cradle of civilization. The Romans managed to recover, but it showed their weakening ability to defend their empire's frontiers. A Roman army sent to deal with the invading Alemanni was ambushed and routed, forcing Emperor Aurelian to retreat. This marked another embarrassing loss that demonstrated Rome's declining battlefield supremacy. Between 235 and 284 AD, Rome suffered continuous military defeats, economic collapse, and internal strife. The empire fractured into 3 rival states, showing how military failures contributed to political instability. Emperor Valens, underestimating the Gothic threat, led his army into an ambush where over 20,000 Roman soldiers were slaughtered. This defeat shattered Rome's eastern defenses and paved the way for future barbarian invasions. For the first time in 800 years, Rome was sacked by a foreign enemy, the Visigoths under Alaric. This symbolized the empire's vulnerability and sent shockwaves throughout the ancient world. Rome was again plundered, this time by the Vandals, who looted the city for 2 weeks. The once great empire was now a shadow of itself, unable to defend even its capital. Rome barely managed to hold off Attila the Hun in a costly battle that exhausted its military strength. Though a temporary victory, it marked the beginning of Rome's final struggles against invading forces. The last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer. Rome, once an unstoppable empire, crumbled into history, leaving only ruins and memories of its former glory. Each of Rome's greatest blunders exposed weaknesses: overconfidence, poor leadership, or underestimating enemies. These defeats reshaped Roman military tactics and eventually the empire itself. Rome's vast borders stretched its military too thin, making it vulnerable to constant attacks. While expansion brought wealth, it also made the empire nearly impossible to defend. These defeats weren't just battlefield losses, they had political, social, and economic consequences. Every lost battle drained Rome's resources and eroded trust in its leadership. Rome's military blunders remind us that even the greatest empires are not invincible. The lessons from Rome's defeats still echo today, a testament to the fragility of power. Our journey through time comes to an end for today. We embark on new adventures every week. If you relish the experience, please like and subscribe.